it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking hockey, the Stanley Cup Final, Game 5 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Dallas Stars. We've got a nice little deal, 15% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net if you use the code SCC. We've got Scott Rickenbach joining us to talk this matchup that's been a good one to watch so far. Scott, thoughts on this one?
Definitely an exciting series, and just one thing I do want to make note of, this is the Game 5 matchup, and we're making our recording early, which means the Game 4 matchup is just getting going. So doing our best here to give you what I think will be pertinent information regardless of the Game 4 outcome. And in this matchup, I'm expecting the total to be 5 goals. And I want to look at the total here because what you will see in a back-to-back is it puts a lot of stress on a team's defenseman. Teams carry less defensemen than forwards. The defensemen have to play a lot of extra ice time in all games. Basically, you'll see defensemen, especially those top guys, log a lot of ice time. And then when you get into a back-to-back situation, it really stresses them. And you've got stress on your goalies because, of course, the teams are going to want to go with their number one goalies, but now it's a back-to-back. Guys get a little tired. And of course, energy and motivation make up for the tiredness factor, but you can still see some mistakes happen that you wouldn't normally see happen in a normal situation where you have a day off between games. So in this unique back-to-back situation, I'm expecting some extra goals to be scored because what happens is when you see those types of mistakes, those end up in the back of your net. And we're going to see a couple of mistakes probably in this game. Odd man rushes going the other way. The other thing that happens in a series as it goes along, especially the Stanley Cup Finals, the animosity between the teams just continues to build up. And you're skating hard and going hard against those guys on a nightly basis, but you've at least had a day off in between games. Not this time. Now you're skating against them the very next day and having to see those guys again that you're starting to hate as the series goes on. So extra hitting, what happens then? Some extra power plays. We could see some extra power plays in this one. And again, that leads to more offense. The other key here is I'm expecting a number of 5 goals. And of course, you can't have a hockey game end 2-2. If it gets to 2-2, it has to end 3-2. So there's some extra value, in my opinion, with a total at 5 goals in terms of going over as long as you have the support for that factor. And when looking at these two teams, 15 of the 22 games for Tampa Bay in this postseason, I'm not including overtime goals, 15 of their 22 games, they've allowed at least 2 goals in regulation. Dallas, 19 of 24 games, they have allowed at least 2 goals. Again, if each team gives up at least 2, this game can't end with less than 5 goals. And again, I'm expecting some extra goals because of the back-to-back situation. And the other thing I want to mention, Dallas has to really bring it here. Even if they get the win in Game 4 and even it up, they can't afford to go back down 3-2 in this series, and they're going to have to continue to skate well and put a lot of pressure on Tampa Bay in the offensive zone. I think we'll see a little bit more of a wide open game in Game 5 as a result, regardless of that Game 4 outcome. Either way, going to see a lot of good scoring chances, in my opinion.
Plenty of good points to consider when betting on hockey. That's going to do it for our hockey talk on Picks and Parlays. Scott, thanks for joining us.